Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the remaining part of lesson number 8, natural resources. The following points are going to be discussed today. First point, conservation of resources. Second one, which point should be kept in mind for conservation. Third one is a soil formation. Then conservation of resources. Conservation of resources means a proper management of natural resources. Why that conservation of resources is necessary. Human needs are unlimited while that resources are limited. During the last 100 years, usage of resources has increased very much due to that extraordinary development in science and technology and due to population explosion. Severe implication will have to be experienced in future if a series of thought is not given to this matter. So it is the duty of all of us to conserve resources for the future generation. Resources should be conserved and should be used rationally. The word conservation is directly related to the scarcity of resources. Scarcity means a shortage of resources. If population increases, then usage of resources also increases. Then if we are not giving importance to that, then there will be the problem for that future generation. If the resources are exploited at the current rate, where they are exploited haphazardly and irrationally, then it will be a dream to maintain the development and the current lifestyle. So it includes the rational usage of resources. It's a conservation and a reusage. So in order to protect these resources, we have to use it rationally. Rationally means we should not waste the resources. We should use it economically, and we should try to reuse that resources. So what is the meaning of a conservation of resources? Proper management and utilization of a natural resources is called a conservation of resources. Why it is necessary? Human needs are unlimited and the resources are limited. During the last 100 years, a man has reached to the top in the field of science and technology, and the use of resources has increased because of the increase in population. If this condition prevails, then very bad result will be experienced in the future. That is why conservation of resources is necessary. Now next topic I am going to discuss you about is that which points we should keep in mind for the conservation of resources. First one is that we should collect about the availability of utilized, unutilized and probable resources of any region of a country as a unit. That means we should collect information regarding that availability of the resources which we can utilize, which we cannot utilize, and which we can be used in that future. Then second one is that the resources which are limited. Which resources are limited? Non-renewable resources. So they should be exploited scientifically and should be used only where it is necessary to use them. Then third one is that we should make attempt to use those resources of which its quantity can be increased. Fourth one is that the resources which are cheaper and easily available should not be wasted, but instead they should be sparingly used for future use. That means those resources which are available at lower prices and which are easily available, we are getting it without much effort. We should not waste it, and we should use it economically. The resources which are in limited quantity, they should be conserved, and we should find out its alternative. Then next point is that we should necessary laws should be formed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced that strictly. Last point is that a citizen should be well acquainted with all the facts related with the rational usage of resources, and public awareness should be cultivated. Now, so which are the points we should keep in mind for the conservation of resources? First one is we should collect information about the availability of utilized and unutilized probable resources of any region or a country. Second one, the non-renewable resources should be exploited scientifically. Third one is increase the quantity of renewable resources. Fourth one, the resources which are cheaper and easily available should not be wasted. Fifth one, the resources which are in limited quantity should be conserved and find out its alternative. Then sixth one is the necessary laws should be formed. Last one is create a public awareness among the people. Now next topic I am going to discuss about you is soil formation. Generally, the part of the surface of the earth wherein vegetation grows is called soil. The soil is thin upper layer composed of various elements on the surface of the earth. Minerals, humidity, humus, and air are mixed in it. The parental rocks lie below the soil. The soil from which the rocks from which a soil is formed is called a parental rocks. Soil is formed due to the material available through denudation. Biotic remnants, humidity, and air get mixed up with it. In other words, soil is a natural mixture of minerals and biotic elements which have the capacity to grow and develop a vegetation. The uppermost layer of the crust of the earth is called soil, which contains minerals and biotic elements necessary for the growth and development of vegetation. Although their proportion is not the same everywhere, that the soil is the layer or on the surface of or the surface of the matter formed due to the mixture of the scattered material of the parental rocks and vegetation. Factors of denudation prepare very thin layer through the denudation of rocks. The humus formed due to the disintegration or decay of vegetation or insects is added to this. This biotic currents play an important role in the development of vegetation. The climatic impact of in the duration of soil formation is so important and widespread that soil formed of different types of rocks in that region over a long time in the same. So the soil formed out of the same parental rocks under different climatic influence is different. Soils are classified on the basis of their color, climate, parental rocks, structure, humus. The soils are classified by Indian Council of Agriculture Research into 8 types. They are alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, desert soil, mountain soil, forest soil, marshy or peaty soil. So, which institution classifies the soil? That Indian Council of Agriculture Research. How many types of soils are there? Which are they? There are 8 types of soil. They are alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, desert soil, mountain soil, forest soil, and marshy soil. In this mountain soil and forest soil, they are found at different altitude in mountainous regions. First one is alluvial soil. Alluvial soil covers 43% of the total land area. These soils are formed by deposition of alluvium by the rivers. This type of soil, they are found in northern plains, in the northern plains up to Brahmaputra Valley in the east. And in the peninsula, they are also found in the peninsular India, in the delta regions of Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, and Mahanadi. So where are these soil found? They are found in the northern plains up to Brahmaputra Valley in the east, and they are also found in the peninsular India, in the delta regions of Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, and Mahanadi. And this type of soil is rich in lime, potash, and phosphoric acid. So in order to remember that, you have to make some short form. That first alphabet of all the 3 you have to take and you have to remember it. LP square, that is a lime, potash, and phosphoric acid. But this soil is poor in nitrogen and humus. That means they are not containing this nitrogen and humus. So in order to increase the quantity of nitrogen, pulses can be grown. Which are the different types of crops grown in that alluvial soil? Crops like cotton, oil seeds, sugar cane, maize, paddy, and jute are grown in this type of soil. And this soil is also called a pataku soil. So write a short note on alluvial soil. This soil, how many percentage of a land area of India is covered by alluvial soil? 43%. How this soil is formed? Because of the deposition of alluvium by rivers. Where are these soil found? They are found in the northern plains up to Brahmaputra Valley in the east. This type of soil is also found in that peninsular part of India, that is in the delta regions of Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari and Mahanadi. And this soil contains potash, lime and phosphoric acid, but it does not contain nitrogen and humus. We can increase the quantity of nitrogen in this soil by cultivating pulses, which are the crops grown in this soil. Crops like cotton, oil seeds, sugarcane, maize, paddy and jute. What is the other name of this soil? Pataku soil. Now second type of soil is a red soil, and red soil covers 19% of the total land area, and this type of soil is found in that hilly or mountain regions of India, and this type of soil is found in the south, Tamil Nadu in the south and Bundelkhand in the north. Bundelkhand it is situated between Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, and Rajmahal in the east up to the Kutch in the west. And this soil is red in color because of the presence of a ferric oxide in it. Upper part of the soil is red in color. When we are going deeper, we can find that this soil is yellowish in color. And this type of soil is not fertile. And we cannot find the nutrients like lime, gravel and carbonate in this type of soil. And there is also the deficiency of lime, magnesium, potash, phosphate and nitrogen. And which crops are grown in this soil? Crops like potato, millet, jute, cotton, linseed and groundnut are grown in this type of soil. So how many percentage of land is covered by red soil? 19%. Generally where this type of soil are found, they are found in the hilly or mountain region. And in India where it is found from Tamil Nadu in the south up to Bundelkhand in the north, and Rajmahal in the east up to Kutch in the west. By this, what is the color of the soil and why it is a red in color? The color of the soil is a red, and it is red in color due to the presence of ferric oxide. And this type of soil is not fertile, and which nutrients are not included in the soil, not contained in the soil: lime, gravel and carbonate. Then which nutrients are deficient in the soil? Lime, magnesium, potash, phosphate and nitrogen. Which crops can be grown in the soil? Potato, millet, jute, cotton, linseed and groundnut.